Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, December 1st, 2022. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin with AEW Dynamite broadcast live last night on TBS from the Indiana Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis. AEW World Champion MJF made his first appearance since winning the title from Jon Moxley at Full Gear with an in-ring promo in which he teased jumping to WWE when his current contract comes due in 2024. He also introduced a new custom-made AEW World title belt and also turned on William Regal, the man who helped him win the title with a brass knuckles assist.
Wait, Mr. Regal. I almost forgot. Guys, I have a microphone. I know it's real confusing. Please, pipe down. I wanted to say, without these and without you, none of this is possible. They might have booed you when you came out here, but they respect you. Everyone in this business respects you because for 40 years, you have given blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice to this business. Yeah, give it up for Regal. You love this business. And that's why I just wanted to say, from the bottom of my heart,
oh God! What is wrong with him?
MJF attacked Regal from behind in an angle to end the promo, leaving him in the ring where he was attended to by medical staff and taken from the building by ambulance, accompanied by a concerned Bryan Danielson. The evening saw the return of two performers who have been shelved by injury. Hangman Adam Page made a surprise appearance in the opening segment to confront Jon Moxley, leading to a pull-apart brawl that continued backstage even after the first match of the show, in which Danielson defeated Dax Harwood of FTR via submission. Page had not been seen in AEW since sustaining a concussion during his October 18th match with Moxley. Ruby Soho also returned for the first time since breaking her nose at All Out, attacking Ty Mello and Anna Jay of the Jericho Appreciation Society right after Jay's loss to Willow Nightingale.
We haven't seen Ruby since Ty Mello broke the nose of Ruby Soho, and Ruby had to get reconstructive surgery, and now Ruby going right at Ty Mello, hammering down, and for Anna as well.
Nice shot right there, but went back down by Ty Mello, and Ruby just ate it.
In the main event, the Elite Trio of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks picked up their first win in their best-of-7 series against World Trios champions the Death Triangle when Matt Jackson pinned Pac. Death Triangle still leads the series 2-1, with the fourth match set to take place in 2 weeks at the winter's coming edition of Dynamite. TBS Women's Champion Jade Cargill was sent a video package from Bow Wow, the rapper she's been feuding with on social media as of late, in which Bow Wow indicated he'd be seeing her soon. Also on the show, Samoa Joe retained the TNT title over AR Fox, and Ricky Starks beat Ari Daivari. In ratings news, Monday Night Raw held steady this week, with Monday's live show from the Norfolk Scope drawing an average of 1.668 million viewers to the USA Network, comparable to last week's 1.646 million, according to Showbuzz Daily. In the hourly breakdown, Hour 1 of Raw drew 1.951 million viewers, falling to 1.619 million in the second hour, and falling again to 1.433 million in the third and final hour. In the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic, Raw drew a .40 rating, equating to 526,000 viewers. That total is down slightly from last week's .41 rating, according to WrestleNomics. The rating brought Raw to the number 6 position in the demo on cable TV for the evening, up from last week's number 7 rating. Post Wrestling reports that in Canada, Raw averaged 209,000 English-language viewers on Rogers Sportsnet 360, and 92,000 in the 25 to 54-year-old demographic, which were both up from last week. NXT drew 644,000 viewers to USA Network on Tuesday night, up 3.21% from last week's episode, according to Showbuzz Daily. The rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic was also up, coming in at .13, an increase of 8.33% from last week's rating, according to WrestleNomics. Despite the increase, the key demo rating for NXT was the show's 4th lowest of the year. In WWE-related news, Ric Flair clarified some previous statements he made on his podcast yesterday, indicating that while he will be in San Antonio, the site of January's Royal Rumble, the weekend of January 28th, he has not been invited to attend the premium live event itself. Rather, according to Flair, he will be appearing at an autograph signing that weekend unrelated to WWE's event. Previous comments regarding being in San Antonio for Royal Rumble weekend were, according to Flair, misinterpreted in the media. On the previous edition of his podcast, Flair indicated that WWE had invited him to both the Royal Rumble and the upcoming 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw on January 23rd in Philadelphia. Flair has not been seen in WWE since being granted his release in August of last year. AJ Ferrari, the former Oklahoma State wrestler who was one of the inaugural signees to WWE's Next in Line College Athlete Developmental Program 1 year ago, is scheduled to be arraigned next Tuesday in Payne Court on charges of sexual battery, according to a Fightful report. Ferrari was initially arrested and charged last August with bail set at $25,000. He stands accused by a woman who had already filed a restraining order against him in July. Ferrari was dismissed from Oklahoma State's wrestling team shortly after the original restraining order was filed. WWE has yet to comment on Ferrari's status in the Next in Line program. And we close with an event announcement out of the UK. Progress Wrestling announced its first 3 shows of 2023 on Wednesday. The London-based company will be returning to the Electric Ballroom in Camden Town, London on January 22nd and February 26th, as well as running the O2 Ritz in Manchester on February 12th. Progress is one of several independent wrestling promotions whose video library was purchased by WWE in August of 2020 in order to stream on the WWE Network. This past Sunday, the company ran their penultimate show of 2022, which saw champion Spike Trivet successfully defend his Progress title against Jonathan Gresham, while Lana Austin defeated Kanji for the Progress Women's title. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.